What's up? Welcome to Drawful. Okay, since there appears to be 4 of you, we'll go twice around, everybody getting to do 2 drawings. Let's do this thing. Okay, I'm sending a title to each of your devices. Something odd, like Direwolf or Poppin' Lock. Draw a picture on your device that would have that title, and when you're done, hit send. And you'll get points for each player that can correctly guess your title. So, don't mess this up. Okay, weirdos, let's take a look at your artwork. Now, use your device to type in what you think the title for this picture could have been. Or better yet, something you think could trick the other players into thinking it's the title. You'll get points for every player that picks your answer. Alright, here are your choices. Now pick the title you think really inspired this drawing. Pick something! And here are your picks. Everybody was just way off on this one. Okay, let's do this again. Enter your titles now. Here are your choices. Here's everybody's picks. Even I would have gotten that one wrong. in your titles now. Okay, here are your choices. Pick something.
Hey!
What did everybody pick? I don't know what to say about that one, so I won't say anything. And this one. And here are your choices. Pick something.
Hey!
All right, who picked what? Total failure by everybody. That was so much fun. Let's do it again. Here are some more titles to draw.
Hey!
I have all your pictures now. Okay, these are weird. Let's look at them. Enter anything that could almost make sense now. your choices.
Hey!
20. 15.
Here's everybody's picks.
Touching. Touching.
No correct guesses. Ooh, that hurts.
Touching.
Type in your titles now. Okay, here are your choices. Pick something. What did everybody pick?
Touching.
That's how I paid for Game Host School.
Touching.
Type in a convincing title now. Type in gibberish if you have to.
Hey!
And here are your choices.
Hey!
And here are your picks.
Hey!
Touching. Touching.
Fancy.
Touching.
Put in your titles now. Here are your choices. Pick something.
5.
Hey!
Here's everybody's picks.
Hey!
Ka-ching. Ta-da! Ka-ching.
In case you can't read that one, it's ah!
Hey!
We are ready for start of game. Okay, we're set.
Could we get one of the writers in here for some more pre-show announcements? I feel like I've said some of these a couple times already.
So I realize I've forgotten my bag, and I go back into the office to get it. And there they are, all the security guards, dressed up like us, shouting our catchphrases.
Penelope, do you think that that's how your costume is supposed to look? Really, you do?
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. Are you four part of a cult? Everyone's got a nice little screw. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. All right, here goes nothing.
Get ready, time for question 1.
First on the docket, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Player 2. Players 3 and 4. Nuh-uh. Player 1. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
Here's one I like to call, his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages? The McCona Industrial Age? The McCona Middle Ages? Or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Watch the clock. Player 2. Ow. Players 1 and 3. All wrong. Want to see the right answer? The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Next up, brought to you by the letter U. unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Watch the time! Not one of you had the nerve to even take a guess. They should have known. Moron says what? Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two! Two eyebrows! And yet, none of them have ever blinked. May I introduce Duck Duck Swan? Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Player 2, watch the time. Players 2 and 4. Players 1 and 3. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. This one's called The Man in the Backwards Yellow Hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 3, why don't you take this dis or dat since you need the most help? I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Now, I need the rest of you to pay attention. Pick your answers before Player 3 does, because if Player 3 gets it wrong, everyone who gets it right will split that cash. Okay, let's move. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. At the house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. You were a couple of bananas short of a bunch. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. Round 1 is complete, and Player 1 is winning. Let's see if they stay there. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in Round 2. And remember, our wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting to be picked. It's time. And now, Dumber and Dumberer 2. So, there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Players 1, 3, and 4. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Player 2? No, but speaking of Otter, get it? You just won! The greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Let's try Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Watch your clock. Player 3, honest mistake. Players 1 and 4, 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah blah blah, he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Say hello to Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Time's a-wasting. Player 4. Players 1 and 3. That answer has a hole in it. I so wanted you to pick this one. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. I call this one Wine or Lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Hello? Player 1. Can't do anything right, can you? Players 2, 3, and 4. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. It's time for I Wanna Lick and Roll All Night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Time's up. Players 2 and 3. Players 1 and 4. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself. Ah, you already know the rules. Off you go. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. Player 3 takes the win! Player 3, the reason your opponents are congratulating you isn't because they're jealous. It's because your victory wasn't that impressive, and it certainly won't make people forget that.
You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm Tony Tan.